Greetings, gamer guys and gals. Welcome to part 33 of my Let's Play Fire Emblem 5 Thracia 776, and in today's episode we're going to be doing some cleaning up of Chapter 14. This is turn 10, so we are pretty well at the very end of the road. Very nice level up, Salem. Much better than your levels as of late. Let's trade the said scroll over to Ocean for a moment. I like that movement star. We didn't need it, though. Because we're going to jump into the arena. Why not? 720 gold. Sure, a Baron with a silver lance. Are you kidding me? This game is trying to hand me wins. Love the Barons in this game. Absolutely love the way the Barons look. In this and Genealogy. I think they're my favorite looking classes. For sure. So one thing you want to keep in mind about units like Ocean is you actually don't want him to get this high of Constitution. I think like the max Constitution you need in this game is around 16. It's either 15 or 16, and it depends on the weapon type. Axes, I think it's 16. I don't know for a fact. You don't even really need that high. Honestly, for units that need Constitution for combat, between 12 and 15 is like all you really need at the most. And even less than that is doable, manageable. Because like for instance, if he only had 10 Constitution right now, he would only be weighed down by 2. So he'd still have 18 speed, which is pretty darn good. You do not want him to get 20 Constitution, because something I have not mentioned, this is one thing I don't like about the Constitution stat in this game, having a growth, is that if you get to 20, you cannot be rescued by anyone, period. Doesn't matter if they're mounted or not. And that's wild, to say the least. Let's move you out of the way, because we're going to go down with Selfina and attack this Wyvern, this Draco Knight. Almost got 2 whole levels. Very nice, Selfina. Very, very nice level up. Incredible, even. Alright, so, I think we are mostly good to go here. We are going to dance for you. Don't worry, Tina's not staying there. Though, let's see. 19. Oh yeah. Totally KOing. This is the last turn, so she doesn't need to be there anyway. And some more Jormungandr. Perfect. More levels for my units. And Hellfire. Let's just go ahead and sling this weapon at this Frege Knight. And a fantastic level for Olwen, making up for Selfina's blank level up she just got, which is interesting, humorous, and wild all at the same time. For AS, he's actually going to be attacking Salem twice, and he is doing 15, so that's 13 times 2. Salem only has 22 avoids, so yeah, I'm not chancing that. And we can put our units right there, like so. Do we have anybody left to heal Dean? Yes, we do. Safi can heal Dean. I think we want to put him right here because we do want McCloy to be able to attack with the Silver Lance up close. Don't think he will. Don't think he'll get the opportunity, but hey, we're going to try anyhow. And we're going to heal up Dean just in case. That is a capped out Safi, and that is also the end of our turn. Yeah, I don't think you were going to be doing much with that, my friend. Parn should get a fair bit of experience points this turn. Decent level up. Decent. And we can see lovely Accost working in action. Not really doing us any good, but it's working. Alright, so Merida, keep on tanking all of these ranged units. I actually really love that these ranged units all surrounded Fergus and gave me so much more experience with Pern than normal. Just incredible. Not that great of a level up, Merida. You can do better. You don't need to do better, but you can do better. Yeah, this is our last turn. We have to deal with all of these enemies in this chapter, so we're going to be A-okay. Looks like it. Some of the Loptrian bishops are still deciding, hey, we're going to go and follow Dean, even though there's no possible way they could ever reach him.
My Lord Father, doesn't attacking Tara only serve to benefit the Empire? Tara's citizens are united in their hatred of the Empire. If we come to their aid now, it could pave the way for a new alliance between us. Ha! You think shackling ourselves to Tara would be enough to triumph over the Empire? Have you already forgotten our defeat at Mergen? We had all of the North and South Thracia united under our rule then, and we were still no match for the Empire. We lost only because Raedric betrayed us. Maybe so, but the fact remains that the battle ended with us humiliated and having to resort to suing for peace. North Thracia, the land I had gone through so much to finally regain, was taken from me all over again. All those years for nothing. As it stands, it's no exaggeration to say that the Empire's might exceeds our own by tenfold. You still like those odds? You still think you can win? A whole lot of people will die. Imperials, Thracians, Tarans, they'll all bleed just the same. You still want to go through with your plan? No, you have the right of it, my Lord Father. I was being too rash. But if I may, Father, I have a request. What? I wish to help you seize Tara. You're up to something, aren't you? Well, so be it. As long as this wealthy city falls into Thracia's hands, I don't give a damn how you go do it. I give you leave to act as you see fit. I won't let you down. Thank you, my Lord Father. Just make sure you don't take too long. I can only keep this ruse for so much longer, and I'd rather not use my main body of troops to seize Tara if I can avoid it. Of course, Father. If things keep going the way they are, countless innocent civilians will perish. I must convince Linoan no matter what. Linoan, where are you? It's me. It's Arion.
Lord Arion? What are you doing here?
There's no time. You must listen to me. Tell your people to lay down their arms and surrender immediately. If you keep fighting like this, Tara will never recover from this battle. Its fate will be sealed.
Why would I do such a thing? This isn't something I'd ever imagine hearing from you. Just what in blazes has happened?
My Lord Father is planning to seize Tara for himself. He's prepared a massive army to take the city from the Empire once their forces are exhausted.
No.
It gets worse. Sorcerers of the Lopter Church are headed here even as we speak. And not just any sorcerers. They've sent the Welkenrosen, the withered roses of Loptus himself. When they arrive here, they'll slaughter every single man, woman, and child in Tara. It will be genocide.
The Welkenrosen. This was my greatest fear.
Linoan, you must trust me. Allow Thracia to occupy Tara. We can place the city's people under our protection, and I'll see to it they're treated well. The Empire won't be able to harm them. Being under Thracian rule also means the city won't be forced to participate in child hunts. And isn't that what you wanted all along? Of course, I won't allow anything to happen to you either. You have my word that I'll protect you just as vigilantly, Linoan.
What will become of Lord Leaf and the other knights?
I'm afraid they'll have no choice but to flee the city. The Empire cannot allow the prince to escape, and Father fears him as a threat.
I understand, Your Highness. I shall avail myself of your kind offer and entrust the city of Tara to you.
You've made a wise decision, Linoan.
But I won't be staying here myself. I shall accompany Lord Leaf. It pains me to abandon the citizens who've stood by me for so long during our rebellion, but I believe this would be best for everyone. Once the Empire lies destroyed at the hands of Lord Leaf and myself, I'll return home. When that day comes, Your Highness, do you promise to return Tara to my rule?
You plan to overthrow the Empire? I'll agree to those terms if you can truly defeat the Empire. I'll gladly return Tara to you. Is Prince Leaf worthy of such confidence, I wonder? Is the boy really up to such a monumental task as fighting the Empire? Will he grow to be Thracia's ally, or its greatest nemesis? I hope that I'm able to meet him one of these days, together with Altena.
And we shall save. And just as in previous chapters, I do fully intend on dealing with the managing of our convoy off screen. I will be seeing you all shortly. Alright, it is time to deploy into our new chapter. 14X, Yearning to Breathe Free.
Escaping Tara may be difficult with all these civilians in tow.
Civilians? You mean townsfolk from Tara are following us?
I'm deeply sorry, Lord Leaf. I tried to convince them that accompanying us was too dangerous, but nothing I said could sway them.
I can see that. Well, how many of them are there?
About 600, and they're following us in disorganized groups.
That many? We can't possibly escort them all the way to North Thracia.
I concur. We're busy enough fighting for our own lives to spare any manpower to babysit them. In honesty, ensuring their safe passage out of just this valley may prove to be difficult.
But we can't turn a blind eye to them either. At the very least, we have to defend them until they can escape the valley. Instruct our forces to focus on protecting the townsfolk until they are clear of the battlefield. Make that our first priority.
Understood, Prince Leaf.
I take it the Pegasus Corps are prepared for battle, Captain Misha?
You won't be disappointed. I brought half of our whole mercenary company along. They'll be ready to take to the sky shortly.
Very good. You may return to Leonster now. I've no more use for you.
No, I'm not about to let you steal command of my squad out from under me.
Oh, come now, Captain. We're only here to mop up what's left of the Liberation Army as they retreat. Picking at a dead carcass is hardly a task suited to an esteemed Pegasus Knight such as yourself, wouldn't you agree?
I said no. My squad is...
You have me mistaken for a man who repeats himself. This is an order, Captain.
All right, I get it. I'm going.
Alrighty, so continuing on with this chapter, you do want to bring all the mounted knights or mounted units you possibly can, as well as all of your fast move units and flyers. Every flyer you have, which is Karen, Edda, and Dean at this current time, you absolutely want them all in your party. We're going to put Edda here, and Dean, we are also going to move up. Ooh, he got a movement star. That's nice. Not needed, but it is nice. We can move him here for the time being. I am going to leave Karen here for the moment to do some rescuing. Edda is really just there at this moment to defend the civilians when they come out, as well as to allow us some vision upon said units. Safi... Wherefore art thou? Oh, you're right there. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and use our torch on Linoan. And we're going to move Safi up. And trade. You can have your light back. And you can have your Nosferatu. So we have a new unit to talk about. Linoan, a cleric, and an interesting one. She is nothing like Safi because she can actually use tomes before promotion. She has a follow-up critical modifier of 5, the coveted highest number you can possibly have, and she puts it to good use when she doubles, when she has the opportunity, that is. At this current moment, especially with the weapon that we've given her, she cannot double. It's not possible. But that's okay. She'll grow into a perfectly serviceable unit soon or later. She has awesome growth. 50% HP, 3% strength, kind of hilarious. 45% magic, 60% skill, 55% speed, 55% luck, 10% defense, 5% con, and 2% movement. She has pretty decent bases. They're, in my opinion, perfectly serviceable at this moment. She is only level 3, so I would like to early promote her, but the problem with early promoting Linoan is that she must perform a specific action on a certain chapter, and we're talking several chapters from now, before she is capable of being promoted, which is unfortunate to say the least, because that means early promotion's just not really that viable for her. You want to give her as much experience points as possible since her promotion is forced. If you miss out on her promotion, you're done. There is no promoting her. So do keep that in mind. Now, she only has 5 movement, which is very, very unfortunate. No Vigor Star, but she has a C rank in Staves and a B rank in Light, which are pretty fantastic weapon levels to have at this current moment, considering that she's only a level 3 cleric. She does not need anything else really at this current moment. She has pretty much everything she needs. She has a Restore Staff, our very first we come with, Ensorcel, and Torch. So the Restore Staff removes any status except Stone from an ally. We are definitely going to need that and use it for later chapters in this game. I do believe she gets a significant buff to her weapon ranks of Fire, Thunder, and Wind upon promotion. Like, for instance, right now she can't even use the most basic Tome on Wind because it's a D rank, and she has E. I do believe she gets C in all those, which is pretty decent. Nothing to write home about. You pretty well just want her to have the Nosferatu and make perfectly good use of that. She is one of these units in this game who would benefit from Wrath. The only reason why I give Nana Wrath instead of Linoan is because Nana is around for much longer, and the Earth Sword is a better weapon than the Nosferatu, all things considered. Especially considering Linoan's combat right now is not going to be all that great in comparison to somebody like Nana is. Nana is a fantastic combative unit at this current moment. And that's not even considering the fact that, you know, Nana's had a lot of time to grow into that fantastic combative unit. So there is that to keep in mind, but in all reality, it's kind of similar concepts here. You just can use either one for pretty much the same thing. They'll both get the job done equally well. So it's whichever one you want to give that kind of a treatment to. Personally, I'm a huge fan of giving that treatment to Nana, because Nana, in my opinion, is just as important of a unit, thank you Leaf for that movement star, as Leaf is. Now, that's not true in reality, but it is true enough in concept. She's not a main lord character, but it is nice having her have the capacity to do good and reliable combat with. Yeah, so one thing you will notice is that all of these units, all of the Pegasus units, have reinforcement zones lining the west and east side of this map. Very nice. This is a decent chapter to get some experience points with Linoan on, because most of these units are very weak. And Linoan can do some reliable chip damage at the very least, and she's liable to get some decent experience points. And that's our first civilian down here. Yeah, we're going to be rescuing this civilian with Karen, bringing her upward to Fergus. Well, actually, we're not going to do that right yet. Fergus needs to do some capturing. Well, no, Fergus can't even reach, unfortunately. Looks like we're going to be doing that capturing with Dean, which is okay. So there are a lot of units in this chapter worth capturing, and the one that we did just capture with Dean is one of them. And the reason being for that is that we can actually go here and trade, because these units have Jormungandr, which we need for Salem, and Rewarp, which transports the user to any traversable tile on the map. This is an A-rank staff, and it's mighty powerful. We're going to go ahead and attack right here. Get some experience points for Linoan. She definitely needs it. Linoan is actually not particularly in any danger from being KO'd in this chapter by the enemy Pegasus Knights. It is possible that that can happen, but for the most part, I don't think we have anything to worry about. We do have to worry about Salem, though. So we are going to be surrounding him so he is not attacked. Take. We could even KO one of these. 10 damage, 10 attack. Okay, neither one are going to pose that serious of a threat to Salem. So we're just going to go ahead and do this right now with Merida. Take out one of them. And continue on our merry way. Yep. One of the great things about Linoan is as long as she can take a hit, she's pretty well A-okay. It's just the same with Nana. Very nice. She also gives a support to Dean and gets a support from Dean as well in a movement level up. Very nice, Linoan. Incredible, even. Don't know why in the world that Celestian just decided to attack Fergus instead. Alright, so we're going to take release and get moving. We are doing plenty of damage here. Well, actually, no, we're not. We're only doing 10. Or were we doing 12? I guess we were. Yeah, she's not leveling up so great right now, especially given her pretty fantastic growths. We are going to take yet another rewarp. And continue moving forward. I halfway want to move all the way up and use the torch staff. So that's exactly what we're going to do. Hopefully this reveals the boss. And it certainly did. One of the Loptrians can attack Salem. That's okay. Alright, so here is the boss. Kolda. He is a mighty force to be reckoned with. Those are some pretty awesome stats. And he comes with the long-range Dark Magic Tome Fenrir. We do want to take that just in case we do get Salem to an A rank at some point. It is pretty well not likely that that's going to happen, but it is nice to have just in case. Alright, Nana. Now we can take out you. None of the Pegasus Knights are all that threatening. It's the Lotrian Bishops that are, but the ones that rewarp don't have... None of them have movement stars, so when they rewarp, they just literally find themselves using up their movement. Yep, I think we'll give to you. And we can use the Silent Staff. If you have more magic than the enemy when you use something like a Silent Staff, and that's a capped out Safi, it's just automatic hit, especially because we have more than 10 skill, or 10 or more skill. He is silenced. This means he cannot use any more spells the rest of this chapter, and in fact, there are no restore staves on the enemies. It's funny because you could actually give, you could technically, by stealing, give a restore staff to one of these bishops and they will heal him. Would that ever be something you do? Absolutely not, but it is funny to note. We do have Eichner here. He's a hero with Adept and a very strong one. He has a Killer Axe and a Venom Edge. We have to be mightily careful about this man. I think he's just as much a threat in different ways than Koba. Or Kadba, or whatever his darn name is. And we're just going to move up here. And that should be our turn. Very interesting choice that Celestian decided to attack Karen there. What is the actual point of what she just did? I'm not entirely sure. All right. So, of course, we're going to have Edda attack down here and Karen rescue. But before we go on with that wonderful plan, I think now is the perfect time to call it quits on our episode. I do want to thank you for joining me. If you like my content, please upvote and follow, or like and subscribe depending on your platform. And while you're at it, have a great and glorious day gaming.